Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. So you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. This is part of Star Wars Saturdays. It's an ongoing anthology series of tabletop role-playing games that are set in the universe of Star Wars, and I run them most often on Saturdays, hence Star Wars Saturdays. I'm prosaic that way. Every month for Star Wars Saturdays, I pick a different RPG system and I offer it up to the Gauntlet, which is this online group of fans and aficionados of small press, indie, and OSR tabletop RPGs. And if you're like, what are all these words and letters? Don't worry, we play our role playing games. It's fun. And each month I try to switch to a different system. This game that we are playing is a kickoff of a series of Hyperspace D6, which I did run back in January. In fact, this is a continuation of the January story. We have 3 of the players from that game returning. And excitedly, we have a new player who's joining the team. So to cut to the chase, this is a throwback to the old West End Games D6 Star Wars, the first Star Wars RPG, which was a beautiful thing that helped to expand the universe of Star Wars in so many ways, really contributed to the canon. To me, kind of helped Star Wars get its hooks into me. Still remember in college, which I'm old, so that was a long time ago. Playing Star Wars D6, it was super good fun. But I'm old now and I don't like rolling dice as a GM and like coming up and statting up NPCs a whole lot and doing all that mathy work. So this is what we're playing. We're playing a player-faced hack of HyperspaceD6 where I set target numbers and you guys roll all the dice. And if you get wounded, there's no like you take 4 wound ratings or whatever. You have conditions, a la like Lady Blackbird or Mouse Guard or the like, and those conditions could impact your dice that you roll in the future. It just might be a thing that changes the narrative situation for you. So the frame or the time setting within vis-a-vis the original trilogy is slightly after the 3rd movie in the original trilogy, so after Return of the Jedi. Not quite to the point of the Mandalorian show if you've watched it, so somewhere sitting in that happy middle. The New Republic is growing, the Empire is shrinking, but there is one particular Imperial remnant known as Zsinj's Empire, which is where we will be generally playing. And the player characters are all members of the New Republic, part of what was the Rebel Alliance, trying to free the galaxy from the warlord known as Zsinj. Now, of course, all good and smart RPG teams do use safety tools, and we are good and smart. So the safety tools we are using are lines, which means that we have a line against this. This is not content we're interested in having in our story. We have veils, which are this is content we're okay with, but we're not going to shine a spotlight on it. So if it happens, we might do a quick Lucas style star wipe away, or we may fade to black per the situation. And then we also have ask first, which is where this is content that contextually could be cool, or maybe it rubs us the wrong way. So if any of us were thinking, hey, I'd like to introduce this, or what if this, we posit it to the players, like outside of in character in the moment. We take a step back and we say, hey, like for example, I have midichlorians. Hey, what if this NPC says, I've got a huge midichlorian count. That's why I can have 3 lightsabers. And if any one of you say, that's fucking stupid, or that bothers me, you just say, can you try it a different way? And then we do it. No muss, no fuss. We just move on. And if I get stuck, like, well, all I can think of is midichlorians, I'll just throw it out to you guys. Hey, well, I was thinking of introducing this thing. Does anybody have any other ideas? If we get stymied, I'll call a break and I'll just figure something out. It's fine. We always work past it. We've got 5 beautiful brains here. I guarantee that no creative obstacle will stop the game. And then the last thing on top of the lines of veils and ask first is that we have the safety tool of X card, which means that for any reason, if there's something that causes you feel unsafe or makes you uncomfortable to the point where this game isn't fun for you, please utilize the X card. Say, hey, I need to X card so and so. If you play an X card and I'm not clear what has been X carded, I may ask you what it was, but you don't have to justify it. You don't need to defend it. You don't need to tell me the story of why. You already had to pull an X card, which can be hard for some people. And I don't want you to be afraid to use it, because every time that someone has X carded a thing in any game I've participated in, it's always made it better. And I love that it exists for us as a safety tool. And then the last thing I'll say is that we have open door in case anybody needs to leave for whatever reason. You're adults, you're grown-ups. If you've got a real life thing that you need to take care of, it's cool. Take care of that thing. This is a hobby. So, with all of that out of the way, my monologue is over. We're now going to go to our character keeper and have some folks introduce themselves and their characters. And then I'm going to just drop you straight into the beginning of a mission. So let's start from the left-hand side of the character keeper, heading towards the left, which means that Cody, you're up first. If you could introduce yourself, tell me about your character.
Hey, I'm Cody. I use the he, him pronouns. I'm playing a human/near human scout named Ranger Temet Ardan. He's been a part of the New Republic and before that the Rebel Alliance for a while now. He has been working under Lieutenant Trazik for some time. He's one to get his hands dirty, head out into the woods ahead of a proper strike force and get dirty work done.
Indeed. I love that burden of yours. That's always been fun. Sabine, you're up next. Introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
Yeah, hi, my name is Sabine. I use any pronouns, and I am going to play Syra Tarvo. Syra is a Siberian. The Siberians are slavers. Syra is not. She was rescued by a guild, sort of, mercenary bounty hunter guild named the Unbound, and she grew up with them, and she despises slavery and oppression and stuff like that. She's a pilot. She's a good pilot. She's young. She's barely out of, well, she's still in her late teens, I think, and she has a lot of confidence in her abilities. She also occasionally has claimed to be the daughter of Darth Vader, Laura Vader. Well, yeah, that happened. So if you've heard about that, that was her.
It's in the wiki. It's in the Star Wars Saturday wiki that Maura Vader is listed as a nemesis. So it's canon. It's our canon. Thank you, Sabine. Will, you're up next. Introduce yourself. Tell us about your character, please.
Well, I am playing, my name is Will, my pronouns are he, him, and as are those of my character, Kel Trazik, a lieutenant now, formerly a fresh-faced greenhorn rookie in the Bounty Hunters Guild way back before the Battle of Hoth, and, you know, an older game of Bounty of the Week, and has been in many Star Wars Saturdays, and now is Lieutenant Kel Trazik, who has fought his way through and gone from bright-eyed greenhorn to jaded but determined veteran, and it's his job to keep an eye on y'all, particularly Ranger Armand and his Ardand and his habit. As long as it don't get in the way of his duty, it's all fine. And Zyra, they need at least 5 eyes to keep an eye on her. Here's hoping that Engineer Chaos is a bit easier to handle.
Fantastic. Thank you, Will. And then welcome, Greg. Welcome to Star Wars Saturdays. Welcome to the Hyperspace crew. If you could introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your character.
My name is Greg. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Lilith Case, who is she, her. And she is the daughter of a fairly infamous mercenary captain, Darkhaze. And she's been kind of sheltered for a while since she worked as their engineer, just sort of repairing and keeping up their equipment. But as her father has become more and more willing to work with the old Imperium, she's become disgusted with him and took off to join the New Republic. So she's the fresh-faced greenhorn now. So, very eager to please. So that's what's going to get her in trouble.
That sounds great. So if you have a picture already, Greg, for, did you say it was Dar or Doll?
I believe
Of the
it's
father.
Dar.
Okay. If you have a picture, please
Oh,
share
it's-
it with me.
it
I'll
is
stick it in
Dal.
our NPCs. Oh, okay. Sweet. If you have a picture for Doll, share it with me. Otherwise, we'll just stick it in as we get it. No rush, no worries at all. But that is probably a thing that will come up. I mean, it seems appropriate that a mercenary. So you say he's a mercenary captain. So you is a captain of a crew or a captain of a
Captain
mercenary
of a
company?
mercenary
What do you
company.
think?
Yeah.
Oh, so like Black Hammers or that kind of thing. Oh, nice. That is like, do we call them the Chaos Crew, or do they have a different kind of fancy color and object name?
I was thinking Case Raiders.
K's Raiders. Oh man, that's great. I hate these guys already. They're gonna be awesome. Oh, you guys are gonna love some K's Raiders. It's gonna be good stuff. Awesome. Thank you all so much. So let's jump in. The four of you are gathered together in Kexis. That's Qexi. Kexis is an absolute dive of a bar filled with the dregs of the galaxy. You are not on Arda II. Major Mothma sent your squad here to Bellsmith 2. Bellsmith 2, and I'll drop that name in our chat in case folks forget it, is a planet in the Bellsmith system of the Outer Rim. It boasts an Imperial Technical University, which Warlord Zsinj converted into a pilot training academy, because who needs techs when you can have more TIE fighter pilots? Major Mothma sent you here to undercover because there is a New Republic agent who went down in her Z-95 Headhunter, that's a starfighter. She was trying to carry some stolen plans. The plans have to do with a superstar destroyer that Warlord Zsinj has been constructing. She radioed for help before her ship went down, and that's how you guys got the note and how Major Mothma was contacted, because you're within Zsinj's empire and all the borders of Zsinj's empire. They're watching. They have along all of the trade routes have set up gravitational drives to try to pull people out of hyperspace. Zsinj's empire is on its heels, but trying its best to defend the territory it has. But you guys are already inside.
It was lucky that Whisper Base had the listening outpost enough to get this signal, right? Because otherwise it may have gone unnoticed.
Exactly. Now, Kel, you've been on Bellsmith 2 before. You, early in your bounty hunting career, were here. What happened during the bounty hunt that you took part in on Bellsmith 2? Which, by the way, Bellsmith 2, generally temperate climate. There is, however, a large forested area around the area where you are currently.
Well, that was back when I was working with Grinnick Nash, guy I used to look up to, and that's where I saved his life for the first time. It was a mean job. Soup gang, nasty types. Ended up having to chase them all through the streets. Managed to get it done with a minimum of collateral damage, only 3 buildings destroyed.
Now, Tammet, you served during the Rebellion era, if I remember correctly.
That is correct, yes.
Now, Kexis, you knew this place from before during the Rebellion era. This was kind of when this was officially Imperial, when all there was the Empire. This was a place where rebel spies and cells would occasionally meet, which is, of course, evidently what this contact thought as well to set up this particular reconnoiter. What is it that you remember about Quexis itself, this bar, this cantina, that makes you feel like a little safe? Like, oh, I've got this in my back pocket.
Oh, well, what I have in my back pocket is knowing that actually most of my dealings previously with this place were, you could get the best stims here for the lowest price. There's always somebody cracking open a crate, a Camtono somewhere of stims that don't need to end up in Stormtrooper hands. And so just, it's almost like a habit. Just stepping through the doors, he starts kind of like calming down. He's like, it's going to be okay, because he has such a sense memory of relaxing, hitting his vibe in this place. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, that's wonderful. And then Lilith, is that how? I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I got it right. Lilith?
Yes.
Awesome. So Lilith, the contact, you recognize her name. You recognize the contact's name, which I'm going to drop into our chat, Rincy Tosh, because back before you left your father, she acted as an agent trying to secure Kay's Raiders' services for some kind of mission. Why did your father turn her down?
I think just low pay, that they couldn't raise the funds he wanted, and he's very big on getting paid in full or nothing.
Nice. So most of the customers of Quexes are human, but you do see a number of Rhodians, Sulistans, Bothans, and even a pair of Trandoshans are here as well. As the four of you come in, and I'm curious, Zyra, do you stay with the group, or are you moving away from the group to make sure that not everybody's fingered all at once? What do you think, Zyra?
I don't know. I mean, I might try to find out if some of my, oh my God, there's a spider. Sorry. If some of my my guild are here, and if I can make a contact there, it might be useful.
Ooh, that could be useful. All right.
Yeah, and I will have told Kel that I'm doing this, because otherwise he will yell over the comms, and this is a huge spider. What is he doing?
You gotta get out of there, Sabine. It's gonna get you.
Sorrow. No, the spiders in Germany aren't that dangerous, but still,
all the spiders in Germany are sweet little pumpkins.
No, but they can't penetrate a human skin, so they can be as
maybe
poisonous.
It's German skin. You guys are just so tough.
It's probably every human skin, but sure.
Probably. It's true. You probably don't have a nationally based skin density. It's probably true that all humans are. Sweet. So you were looking to see if there's anyone who might be on the Whisper network of your old
Hey, I'm still a member of my
Sorry.
guild, so
Sorry. I mean, you've been dealing with these New Republic people for so long. Maybe some of them forgot you, but I'm sure they remember.
For so long, that's barely a year. Come on.
Okay, that's true. You know that here on Bellsmith 2, there is a fixer, like a guy who puts people in connection with each other. His whole thing is knowing who to talk to. So some people call him an info chand, other people call him a fixer. His name is Salvatore, and he is, at least pays lip service to your organization. And that was Grask. Like, what was the name of the group again? What were they called?
The Unbound. The Unbound.
Yeah.
No, they're not just Grask's group. They're a bigger group. They have a lot of people that work occasionally well together. Occasionally, I say, and that's true.
Cool. So if you want to take a look at row 10 under the NPCs, Salvatore is listed there. And you know that he's on planet. He's just a comma away if you want to reach out to him. He's not currently at Quexes unless you're saying that you reached out as soon as you guys touched base and asked him to meet you here. That's up to you.
Yeah, I think I've what is the name of our contact that we should be rescuing?
Rincy Tosh.
Okay, then I'll go and figure out something, ask him about her, right?
Okay, So Salvatore in this white cloak, so funny to watch the beat. Just you can't stop looking
Well,
at the spider.
yeah, well, it's just right over there, and I have to look if it's moving. As soon as the scene is done, I will go and take care of it. But yeah, go ahead.
Cool. How about you go off to talk to Salvatore? I'll deal with the others. That way you can deal with the
Okay.
spider.
Yeah,
All right,
okay,
cool.
I'll be back.
All right, awesome. See you in a minute. So, the three of you come in. Lieutenant Trazik, this is kind of your show. Do you want to just grab a table in the middle? You're trying to look for a booth. Where is it that you set yourself up at Quexy's?
It's a booth. You always have your back to a wall.
Nice. So head into the booth. There's some music playing. It's piped in.
I like to imagine that Lalit, right, our new fresh-faced newbie, goes and grabs a table in the middle, and I just like sit down in a booth with Arda, and then I'm like,
fresh-faced recruit. I love it. This is great. The booth that you guys grab is actually, I imagine it's the recess booth like you saw in the cantina on Tatooine. So it's kind of thing where you've got a relatively good amount, like you've got walls between you and the next booth over,
and enough space underneath the table to draw a DL-44 blaster pistol, and
and fire second. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Have your blaster out so that you can fire in response because you're not a cold-blooded killer. Yeah. I'm not bitter about that at all. Don't matter. You can't McClunky out of it. So sorry, that was a Disney Plus version of New Hope joke. McClunky. Anyway, thank you, Cody. I was like, I must have mumbled that because I thought I could.
I did not hear the McClunky until you just did.
Can't McClunky out of it. That's all I said. Damn it. So the three of you sit down. Zyra slipped off to talk to some blonde-haired human at the bar in this crisp white cloak. Like he super looks like he thinks he's too good for everybody here. And there's some music playing. There is not a live band, so it's being piped in. And Togruta girl, like late teens for Togruta, comes up and they evidently have table service, which is new, damn it. Like they didn't have that before. She asks if you guys have an order. There's no menu. I mean, there's no written language in Star Wars.
Free of the house special, please.
Of course.
And what's things? It's been a while since I've been here on Belsmouth. How y'all dealing with the loss of the university here? Must have brought in a hell of a lot more business than the academy.
Oh, the girl looks surprised, like, oh, you're talking to her. She stops and kind of looks around. Well, the university students were they came more often, yes, but the pilots are fun. They don't cause too much trouble. The owner, he's very nervous about blasters, so please no blasters.
Okay, no blasters, no disintegrations. I understand.
You mean you like drop disintegrations? She's like, whoa, that escalated quickly.
Well, you run along now. We'll be waiting for our drinks.
Okay, I'll be right back. She ducks out and heads back to order from the Aqualish bartender. So
as soon as she's out of sight, I think Temmet, when he sat down in the booth with Trazik, his leg immediately just kind of starts bouncing, and he's waiting for her to bounce, and then he, Lieutenant, if you'd like, I can go do lay eyes on the perimeter, make sure everything's looking kosher out here.
I think Cal just like leans back, like looks at you, knowing full well, right, our previous conversations.
Beating across my brow.
Yeah. Why don't you put all of our nerves at ease, Ardand?
You got it, Lieutenant. You got it.
Yeah. Just don't be too long, huh?
Never am. And he kind of nods to Lalit, and keep your hand where where you can draw quick, and I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I just go try and do a circle, look for any of the telltale signs of somebody selling something in a bar, or behind a bar, or outside a bar, or in an alley nearby the bar.
You catch sight, Timmy, of a Balasar, which is basically like a near human, except they have these antennae, and also is the same species of Salbagano, the guy who sold death sticks in the prequels. So I've got that picture. I'll drop into our things. But I don't know. Maybe you know this guy. Maybe you know this guy from before. But yeah, you know that he's packing, and he's more than happy to sell. So I've dropped him into our NPCs. So you'll be, I guess, heading over to talk to him. Let's swing over to Zyra as you approach Salvatore. So do you know Salvatore only by reputation, or Zyra, have you
Probably.
worked? Okay.
I mean, maybe he has met me on the Garden of Arla, which is our headquarter ship thingy when I was younger, and a lot more trouble than I'm now.
Yeah, maybe he recognizes you. You were a lot younger then.
I mean, I'm the only Sigerian in the Unbound, so
It's exactly. It's not like he's going to go, which Sigerian were you? So when you approach, he has this crisp white cloak, and he's wearing like white top and white pants with a yellow stripe down the side, like a Han Solo stripe, and these high boots that are made of a synth leather that keeps the shine. Almost looks like a vinyl. It's very, very nice.
spiffy.
He does look nice. He says, well, hello, Zyra. It's been so very long since we've seen each other.
Oh, we have? Okay. Yeah.
You don't remember me?
All humans look the same to me, basically. Sorry.
Usually my reputation precedes me, but you were so very young then, so I'll let it pass. Brings you to Belsmith too, darling?
I'm looking for someone, actually. I'm looking for Nancy Tosh. You maybe seen her around? Know where she is?
Renzi Tosh. Don't know the name. What might this Renzi Tosh be involved in? Perhaps I can work my way around to what you need.
She's a scout. She was scouting, I guess. I was kind of distracted during the meeting where they told us what we were looking for, to be honest. But she's got a tattoo on her face, like a blue line or something. She's human.
Interesting. And he pauses for a moment and pulls out a data pad and kind of peruses over some information. We cut back to Leet and Lieutenant Trazik as a woman wearing a cloak, like a hooded cloak, like slides in to sit right beside you, Leet. And when she pulls the cloak back, it is none other than the woman with the blue marks on her face, the beautiful mocha skin. And it is Renzi Tosh. She says, Lieutenant Trazik, I presume.
Tosh. Nice to see I didn't have to go running around all of Belsmith to find you.
Well, I wouldn't set up a meet and then bother to show.
My experience in this thing hadn't been quite so straightforward.
So as Renzi is talking to Lieutenant Trazik, she's sitting right beside you, Lilith, and you notice that her clothes look like expensive, but they're spotted with mud, torn in several places. You also see some fresh bruises and scrapes on her arm and then around her neck. Like she's been in some kind of fight, and it wasn't long ago because it hasn't healed much. She's moving like it doesn't bother her, but you get the impression, just because you've worked with a merc company, that she's masking the fact that she's pretty messed up right now.
You run into any local trouble we should know about, Tosh? Or are we all good here?
Place is crawling with bucket heads.
Well, we knew that when we came in, huh?
Well, I mean, if you ask for the obvious, I give you the obvious, Trazic.
This is Caius. Caius, say hello.
Hello, Renzi. You may not remember me, but we met sometime in the past. I'm the lead case. You might remember the name.
Stars.
Don't worry, I have some new associations nowadays, so no fear on that account.
Yeah, that doesn't put her 100% at ease. She glances over at you, Trazic, and's like, is she on the up and up?
Every rebel comes from somewhere.
Listen, my Z95 went down. I couldn't get the information out of the astromech. Poor baby, she was crushed. So
Dang.
we've got to get to it, and it's out there.
They know where it is?
I don't know. No, I hit everything.
All right. And Trazic glances at Case and says, and who have you been fighting with?
Listen, it wasn't easy. I did crash, and I ran into a few unsavory groups.
Not the local swoop gang.
I thought you took them out.
I mean, they're like bugs. Stomp a few and they all come back, and I ain't been here in years, so I figured the infestation in a place as salubrious as this might have come back.
Salubrious? She looks over at you. Case, did you give him some kind of dictionary? Putting on airs.
Well, hang around with the princess long enough and you get it.
Cut to oh, sorry, go ahead.
We're just trying to put you at ease. Don't take his airs to heart.
Well, if you have any bacta spray, I could use it. And we'll cut from there to Tammet as, what's the approach here? You recognize the guy, Warren Levin?
Yeah. I think the approach is Tammet, goes up to him. He realizes he's not carrying around any credits. Doesn't really have any gear on him aside from probably a blaster carbine. If he's undercover, probably not even that. He's probably like a holdout blaster somewhere. So he's going to rely on the kindness of a former acquaintance, and he's going to, owe him one, maybe.
Oh God, that's going to be that's okay. So you approach him. He says, "What do you need? I've got death sticks, everything you want. I assume you're zoning in on some stims." He gives you a price. You can't afford it. You wanna deceive this guy into letting you owe him one? Then I think
no, it wouldn't be anything like no deceiving here.
Bargaining with him then.
Levin, I've come to you a few times in the past. You know me. All right. You know what I'm about. You know I'm good to my word. I have these connections, and I just need something to tie me over for a minute. I think I'll be honest with you, Warren. He kind of leans in, says, Bellsmith 2 might not be the way it is for much longer, if you understand what I'm saying. And I thought I wanted to give you that information out of the kindness of my heart. So you can make sure that you stay safe in these troubling times to come. And of course, listen, I'm a part of the New Republic. I was part of the rebellion before. You knew all this. I don't have to pretend I'm anybody I'm not with you, Warren. We go way back, Warren. We go way back. You know that. We go way back.
Awesome.
Now, just trust me on this.
He reaches into his pocket. He starts to pull out this little. Have you guys ever seen plastic cases that you might put a bunch of batteries in? He's got one of those, and it's got a bunch of little stem, kind of injectors. And I want you to give me a perception roll if you want to use bargain, or deceive, you can use extra dice there, but I don't think you have any.
I don't have anything like that, so I'll just use straight
It's going to be a
perception.
difficult roll, my friend.
Cool. Difficult roll is 20. I have 3D, so that is going to be impossible for me to roll.
It's never impossible if you use a fourth point.
Precisely. And I know of no better time to use it than right
Oh
now.
my God, are you really using a fourth point?
I'm gonna use it. I don't even remember how to use the dice roller. Let's go through that one more time.
Oh, no problem. So you start each session with a number of force points equal to your force attribute, 1 if you don't have the force attribute. You have 1 force point. You are using it now. What that means is your 3D of perception becomes 6D6. So on the roll with me, you have a couple of options. If you want to just do the quick and dirty, I'll share screens just to walk you through real quick. So if you want to do the quick and dirty, you can actually just type in 6D6 and hit enter, and it will roll all your 6D6. If you want to do the prettified thing, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, add 6 dice there, and you can even name it. Please give me the stems. And then you hit roll and you'll roll it, and the roll will show up here. You get to add all of those dice together, and you're trying to get to a 20.
I'm not trying, Rich. It's going to happen. I'm going to get
66. Chances are looking good.
All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay. Didn't quite hit it.
Holy crap.
So
sweet. So
yeah.
he's reaching to hand you the stems. You're about to transact. You have convinced, not conned, because you were bargaining, right?
Absolutely.
Sweet. And Zyra, you're in the middle of talking with Salvatore. What Salvatore tells you is that Sabine, just making sure you're here. Okay, cool. So
sorry, I'm listening.
No, oh, okay. I just want to make sure. So
sorry.
He doesn't know this Rinzi Tosh. However, what he does tell you is that there's moves on the market of someone trying to sell a used Z95 Headhunter starship.
Oh, okay.
So,
wow.
However, he also tells you, and I need to go. Moments later, a group of stormtroopers carrying blaster rifles, 6 of them, like almost a full squad, burst through the door and start looking around. Tammet, you're about to take the stems when the stormtroopers come in, and this guy shoves them back into his pocket and says, later, friend, later. And he's got to duck out. He is beating feet for the alleyway. And you can, Tammet, if you follow him, you can get out of here scot-free, but you got to leave your squad behind.
Let's see here. I think Tammet, I think he's irritable, and I think the intrusion of these stormtroopers has put him maybe over the edge. So he's happy to stick around and maybe kill some bucketheads. He's going to kind of, he reaches for the stems. The guy leaves. He just grips the table a little bit, sees the stormtroopers, and he's gonna kind of lean back and kind of get out of obvious sight in case he needs to get to work.
Okay, so you're going to try. You're not bailing on your buddies.
Right. Yeah, not bailing.
You're hanging out. Let's say it's like one of those like tiny tables, and you're standing by it. That's where your buddy, the Balasar, was, but he ducks out the side. These stormtroopers, the bucketheads, come in. Rinzi tries to slide her hood on. She's like, I'm sorry, Kel. Caius. I guess they followed me here. I don't know. Maybe they're just looking for me. And yeah, Zyra, that's when Salvatore, like moments earlier, he said he had to go to the restroom. He has to go. He just like scoots down a hallway and then he is gone. He pulls a fade on you and just assumes you know how to get out of trouble on your own. And a bunch of stormtroopers come in, and the Aqualish is like, no blasters, please. The Aqualish behind the bartender. That's the Walrus man. In case you're like, Sabine for Zyra?
Yeah, I'm telling him like, you think that helps if you tell them that? Does it ever?
And Akkosh looks at you. Oh, maybe.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It just makes them aware that they have blasters they can use. So
I think they already know.
yeah, but they're probably not thinking about them. Mostly they are probably thinking, "Hey, I can't see anything. What am I looking for here?"
We're
And now
looking
you
for a
said-
human,
Oh, well, I'm not a human.
obviously.
And he turns over this like little puck, and poof, you see this little hollow. It looks amazingly like Rinzi Tosh punching a stormtrooper. It's like a little motion video they captured of her like punching a stormtrooper, and they do it in repeat. So she does it like several times in a row.
Yeah,
And
show some more. I like it.
Have you seen this woman?
I don't know. She's human. You all look alike to me.
How do you know I'm a human and Imperial?
You're an Imperial stormtrooper, aren't you all humans?
He's a regular detective, this one.
one of the other stormtroopers chuckles at the guy with the hollow.
Oh, but show me the hollow again. I really like it. Is that you?
He like clicks a button and it goes off. And yeah, there's a couple of stormtroopers that are walking their way around the booths. So they're headed towards you, Lieutenant Trazik and Lilith.
Is there a back route? You know, like a route out that they've not closed off yet?
If the back route is covered, they're probably outside.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they don't have it covered. Maybe they do, but you can't look, like, from your vantage point in the one window you have to look out. You don't see any Imperials.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
down the side.
I just mean there's more than one entrance to this building.
There is
right?
more
So
than one
there's-
exit. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I stand up and I toss my heavy blaster pistol like under the table to what's she called, to
Tosh?
to Tosh. And I nod at Leet and I say, get her out of here. Out the back, quick. And I nod at Tammet and eye over towards it, and I'm going to run interference with the stormtroopers.
I'm also
Great.
trying to distract this guy I'm talking to because he seems to be the leader.
Oh God, I hope he's not. Sweet. Let me check a thing because it sounds like you guys are helping. So when multiple characters make a skill check together, the character with the highest dice roll counts, adding +1d for each character. So it sounds like you're saying, hey, Lilith, we're going to cover your escape, get Tosh out of here. So Lilith, you'll be making the roll. And then anybody who says, yeah, that my action is helping Lilith get out of here, will be giving Greg an extra D. Sounds like Zyra and Trazik are both doing that, and Tammet's kind of hanging back to Overwatch. Is that right?
I'm actually going to, because I don't have any sort of concealed weapon on me, when I see Trazik getting ready to run interference, I'm going to stand up and pretend to be drunk and stumble into the troopers.
Oh man, you get 3D. Everybody's trying to help Lilith here. This is amazing. So Lilith, this is something that you're terrible at, but that's awesome. You're stealthing your way out of here, right? Unless you think there's any other skill that makes more sense. It feels like you're trying to beat feet out. So your base would be the perception die that it's under, so a 2D, but you get 3 extra dice from everybody else trying to help cover your escape. It is a moderate difficulty, so you need a 15. And so you're going to be rolling 5d6, adding all those together in hopes of getting a 15.
You got relatively good odds.
Yeah. Yeah, the one thing about West End Games D6 that I'm missing this is there's no wild die, but I also realize
There we
adds
go.
a level of complexity. Holy cats and kittens, that is amazing, man. Look at that 20, Tammet. Did you see that? How the you need to talk to your dice. Your fake number dice. Sweet. So you scoot out the back with Rinzi Tosh, and there's a moment, Lily, where she actually like puts her hand on your back. And you realize she almost stumbled, right? Her ankle is a little messed up. Maybe it's from kicking a stormtrooper. They do have armor, but you're able to manage your way out of like a side door right into an alleyway. And with that roll, like you're scot-free. You're in this alleyway, and you know that there's some stormtroopers that are covering the back, but evidently they didn't think to cover the side entrance. And Rincy says, "Listen, I can get us out of here, or do you want to wait for your team?"
I mean, oh yeah, sorry, it's you, isn't it? Sorry.
Yes.
Rincy was talking to Lily. Sorry, I wasn't clear there.
Well, let's get out of immediate danger, but see if we can someplace close nearby that's safe for you, and I can go back and check on them.
Do you have a comm unit or anything?
I do.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys will start. As you wind your way, like you head a little bit back towards the street, but you pale down a different alleyway, and soon enough you're going to find yourselves at a bazaar where people are selling a bunch of things. You can easily duck in. She pulls her hood over, and the two of you are safe for now. So Zyra, you were running some interference by continuing to talk to the stormtroopers, asking for the video again. You realize, sorry, you've got a sense for things. If you ask one more time, he's probably going to get angry. He may cuff you because he's an Imperial D-bag.
He may try.
Oh, well, he's going to try, probably.
Yeah,
cool.
Because I don't. But I will continue to provoke him. It's so much fun provoking bucket heads.
This is probably when Lieutenant Trazik, seeing this escalating situation, steps out across and is like, "Ah, there she is. Sorry to bother you, gentlemen. This is well, she's a real handful. This one."
Okay.
Do you own this one? She's very
Okay.
mouthy.
Own is not the way we like to. I mean, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
She is
show me the
mouthy.
video of you getting punched again, douchehead.
Listen.
He is going to cuff Zyra unless you
Oh,
do something.
I'm gonna throw
no, he's not going to cuff me, and I'm totally going to get out of the way.
He's not going to put you in binders. He's going to basically punch you. Like
Yeah, I
cuff.
don't want to
Okay,
get punched. I don't want to get punched by him. I thought that was what he was going to do.
Cool,
And
just making sure, because Cuff
I'm
could
just-
have a couple different.
I'm jumping out of the way, and I wish that Cal hadn't tried to interfere here because that messed a bit with my plan.
Well,
That's okay.
I mean, what do you think Kel's plan was, Zyra? It certainly wasn't start a fight in the middle of the bar with the stormtroopers.
No, fight wasn't my plan either.
So
you're
give
about
me
to.
give me a dexterity, or if you
Yeah.
have anything dodge related, and your difficulty is going to be a 10.
Okay, that should be doable.
Should be. We'll see.
I have a modifier, but I have some dice, so yes, it's 13.
Okay, with a 13, you definitely like you move out of the way to his head. Maybe he knocks over a couple of glasses on the bar behind you, and yeah, the other stormtroopers are like, "Oh crap, a fight has started out," and they're
And I'm
starting to level
saying,
their blaster rifles.
I'm saying, hey, this to the Aqualish. So sorry, I gotta go, and then I run out because that was the plan.
Okay, so you duck out of that punch, apologize, and start trying to run out. Now, there was, just so, because I didn't do it, like it's not like I've given you the layout of this bar, but there was a side entrance to the alleyway, which is on the left-hand side of this bar if you step into it. You can also, if you want, head the area towards the direction where Salvatore did, where he just went down to where the restrooms were, the refreshers, and disappeared that way. If you head down to the left way, you're probably drawing the stormtroopers' attention to where Lilith escaped to, but you know they got away. Or you can head towards the refreshers. Where is Zyra?
I'm
ducking?
heading towards the refreshers because I
Right.
figure that there might be an air vent or anything. Then I'm not that big. I can fit.
Of course. Going out in air vents works in every sci-fi movie.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
Sounds
Air
great.
vents are always nice.
Sweet. These are stormtroopers. They're already shooting at you. A couple of blaster bolts fire over your head, Zyra, as you duck down and run as hard as you can towards the restrooms, refreshers. Timid, you just saw Zyra deftly duck out of the way and try to make her way out of here. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Is-
So I imagine that I'm sweating. I stumbled into a trooper. And I'm fumbling, drunkenness. Did I get the sense from when I started approaching the group? Did I get the sense from Trezek that we're about to draw blows? Like, what you know what I mean? Like, is this a fist fight? I'm looking towards him to get an idea of how to take this.
I think is maybe if you step forward, right, to like jump in and help Zyra, I just put a hand out and I'm like, I mean, I have no idea where she's going with this, but I hope,
Okay.
I guess maybe she's going to flush herself down into the sewers or something. We'll see.
So yeah, knowing that, I'm just going to kind of keep myself like stumbled into a stormtrooper and put a hand up to try and steady myself. And my thought is, if things get dicey, I'm going to have a hand ready to try and steal his blaster from him. But I think it's not going to go that way, so I'm just going to be like, "Oh, you got to help me up, sir."
Okay, so you're playing the like, please help me thing.
100%.
It does distract him. He makes no, like, he shoves you off. Like, he's
Get your hands off me, you drunkard.
like, got no love for you whatsoever, but he is definitely distracted by this. So Lieutenant Trezek, you kind of got, like, Zyra, according to what you said to this guy who's now shot at who he thinks is your slave.
And as he's shooting, is when I just step back, grab hold of put my hand out to tam it, and then I'm just going to, as the rest of the stormtroopers like cluster towards a refresher, I'm just going to walk off like.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and you can pull a fade. That's fine.
Yeah. I don't want to get into a fight with 6 stormtroopers, so I'm hoping that Zyra can get out of that refresher station.
All right. So you burst in. So does Zyra, like, there appeared to be gendered refreshers. Which one does Zyra pop into?
The first one that stormtrooper, they sounded like guys, right?
They sounded like guys, yeah.
They usually do. I think I'm gonna pop into the third one.
Okay, nice.
Because they often have facilities for larger species, and that might get me out easier.
Sweet. So yeah, you pop into the third one, and as you pop in, there's a Trandoshan who's standing there huddled over some kind of sink, like drinking from the water from the sink when you come in. And he turns and he just lets the water drop through his fingers and stands up like you did not.
Stormtroopers behind me. Yeah, I'm leaving. Bye. Nice meeting you.
Give me a quick dex roll to clamber up and get into the small air vents. We'll call that a moderate difficulty.
Okay. Come on. Okay. So I'm rolling. Oh, that's a 9. That's a terrible roll. Can I still spend my character points?
Yeah, you can spend character points afterwards to build it up.
That would need 2 to make it, but I will try to.
You're burning 2 character points to get 2 dice?
2.
All right,
yes,
go for it.
Yeah. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, I should have used only 1, but you know.
You never know. All right.
Yeah, you never know.
It would definitely string it out if you're like, one more.
Yeah, it's a 20. So.
Sweet. I think it's a thing where you like clamber up one of the stalls and push open the vent, climb into it, pull the vent closed right as the stormtroopers come rushing in. And the 2 of them who came in.
But where did the Cathar go? That's not a Cathar. No, it's a cat lady. Cathar. No, it's a Zagarian. How do you tell them apart? You're an idiot. Let's go.
And then they will, like, they check the stalls and everything. And yeah, Zyra, you're able to clamber your way out. And if you guys are cool, since Temet and Trezek, you guys have a comm link, we can just star wipe to you meeting back up in the bazaar with Lalit and Tosh. Lalit, in the time that you guys were waiting for them to show up, Tosh has started, like, she opened a wound at some point in her side. in the escape, and she's bleeding. She's
Oh, no.
bleeding. She's starting to
Oh no.
look a little faint. What do you do about that?
I'm going to start asking around with the folks in the bazaar. See, say my friend's feeling a bit under the weather. Is there a local doctor you could direct me to?
Oh, yeah, that's not even roll. You ask around, somebody's hurt, and the bazaar wants to keep things looking nice. They don't want somebody dying in the middle of the bazaar, so they will direct you to the there's an Imperial med bay that's just down the street. Just Imperial med bay, just one block that way, right there. Doctors are very good, mostly droids.
Thank you. Fully intending not to leave there.
Yep.
Not to go there.
Nancy Tosh is
So-
like, "Oh, sorry, I must have opened up that. I took a bit of shrapnel on.
Can you still move?
Yeah, I can
For now at least. But
and you see the side of her pants that they're wet with blood. Like it's the point where she's lost, good bit of blood. And Trazik and Timit, they come into your comm unit. Zyra's on her way. You guys are all about to reconnoiter together at the bazaar. And yeah, you've got this trouble. And Rincy's like, it's fine. We'll just get out to the woods and everything will work out. She's trying to just push herself on and ignore this.
Listen, Tosh,
No,
you ain't getting far on that. Shit, where did that? Yeah, it's probably a Zyra jumps over a rooftop, right, and lands down in the alleyway next to us. Like,
Hi.
Anakin Skywalker, kid. Like, that's
I don't know him, but he sounds rad.
yeah. Sith, you're bleeding out. I reckon someone around here must have some some Bacta that can sell us under the counter.
Still got a
Well,
med tech. It's only missing the stems for some reason.
Well, that is strange. Who would have leaving a med pack without stems? It's a real shame, huh?
They on the base they mostly don't seem to have stems in there. I don't know why.
Yeah, we're having a real supply issue there, ain't we, Tenant?
Yeah, quite the supply issue. Yeah, it's.
But it's
Tough
still
to get a
got
hold of, though.
a bandage and some plasters in there, so that might help, I guess. I mean, one of
Yeah.
my popsies is a medic, so I have heard about how to bind up a human who's wounded a lot.
Well, I mean, we could let our new member give it a try if you're willing.
I've done a lot of doctoring previously, so
Yeah, cool. Go
Much
ahead.
obliged. I'll get you back for the med pack.
Meta-wise has a whole 1 extra D. Skill.
Yeah. Oh, right. Because you gave the order.
No, because they've got 4D.
yes.
But
Sorry.
could Zyra help and therefore give a 5D? Just because I really want to make sure that
Yeah.
we do heal.
And the
that
T
one
is
meal.
only 10.
Yeah.
So
I will
Yeah.
totally help.
cool. So yeah, let's give yourself a. Oh shoot! It's a target number 10, and using a med pack is a.
Medicine check,
Yeah. Sorry.
which is under
Just kidding.
technical.
Yeah, med under tech. It's right above vehicles. So you
So-
got a 4D as base. You're rolling 5D. And it's a target number of 10. Good luck. I love this. The note still says med doesn't have a stem anymore. It's so great.
Yeah.
Wow! Thank God
Oh.
you were helping. Squeak by. Cool. So go ahead and mark off
Yes.
that med pack as used. You use up a lot of the gauze and the Bacta spray, and she's seen some use that med pack, but she paid off in the end. You are able to maybe you guys like sidle her between a couple of the tents in the bazaar and pull up and yeah, Lily, you kind of pulled out her side and you see that there's this was a blade. This was not shrapnel. Someone cut her in a street fight, and you are able to add some Bacta, maybe stitch her up a little bit, add some gauze, and she's feeling a lot better by the end.
Will also help by telling her that I saw her punching out a stormtrooper multiple times. That was really great.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're gonna have to let us know about what you've encountered so far. This is looking a lot worse than you led us to believe.
Yeah, we got Imperial entanglement you didn't tell us about, unwanted, of course, and now we got a knife. I ain't never seen no stormtrooper stab someone with a knife before. Seems like you've been in a whole of a lot more trouble than we reckoned on.
She sighs.
Oh, and Zyra, your friend your crisp, clean friend seemed to make a quick exit just before the stormtroopers came in.
Yeah. He told me something rich. Sorry, I spaced out. My
Oh,
brain.
it's okay.
Someone selling a Z95.
Oh, right. Yes, that was the thing.
That was me working towards that information.
Yeah. I will tell you. Yeah, but he's told me about someone selling a spaceship. Not a very good one, but it's a spaceship. We could use it. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if we have this fun. We could steal it.
What kind of spaceship?
Sarah knows her spaceship type, so she will say the name of the spaceship properly, but I cannot.
Caravas. That's my ship.
Oh, wow. Okay, then we don't need to buy it.
No.
Cool.
Well, I guess someone found it. And I guess it wasn't, we can just all be thankful it wasn't Zsinj.
No, wasn't Zsinj.
Maybe it was whoever left that nice knife in your side.
Doubtful. There's a bounty hunter after me, a Twi'lek. Her name's Gita Laroon.
Gita Laroon. Have I heard of Gita Laroon from my bounty hunter days?
Ooh, why don't you give me... Let's put it to a roll, because maybe you have...
A streetwise roll? Recall data on crime and underworld dealings?
Wait, that sounds awesome. We'll call it easy for you, because you've dealt with bounty hunters before, so...
Oh, no, I have not. I rolled 2 1s and a 3.
2 1s and a 3. You have dealt with her.
Oh, I have.
Two of you fought over a bounty. How did she take that bounty out from under you?
I mean, it was like Batman, right? You know, like when it's like you can either save the civilians or you can stop me, Batman. Which one? It was like she shot out the engine of a ship, a passenger ship, and it was like you've either got to save these people.
Oh man, she's vicious.
Yeah, she's vicious, real vicious. I mean, she left a knife in her side, right? So she's very vicious indeed. Yeah, Chris, Gita, Shane, it ain't good news. She barely holds by the guild code.
Yeah, well. I have stuck a pic of Gita Laroon on row 10 of our NPCs. So there you go. I just wrote in the description, bounty hunter wants pants Kel. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, that's the rumor.
Yeah, I'm sure. Pants, yeah. There's a word though, isn't there, for like sneaking something out from under someone's nose. I don't know what it is. It's slipping my vocabulary at the moment. But we'll go with that. Pants is fine. Well, if only we knew who was selling this Z95.
Did Salvatore say who was selling this thing?
He did not. Maybe you'll have to find him again, or maybe you can find out on your own. He said that it was probably a junk dealer of some kind. Maybe.
I mean, we might have to go and look at some junk dealers here, I guess. Salvatore had to head out before. I think he's tapping into this the Imperial's comms or something, because I think he knew that they were coming. Could have warned him.
Yeah. He was listening in on the Imperials. Nothing. That's exactly what happened, right?
Well, my guild isn't in with the Imperials. We don't hold with them. So if he actually sold us out, he's out of the guild, and I don't know if he really wants to be out of the guild, because that usually means that someone in the guild will take exception with that kind of behavior. So
Only if you get caught.
yeah, but he did. I mean, come on, 6 stormtroopers against what, me, right? And I don't escape. He knew me when I was a kid, and I could run from 6 stormtroopers when I was a kid. So
Yeah. Just call me cynical. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, okay, I guess. But since he's part of my guild, I will stick up for him.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, since you trust him so much, Zyra, perhaps he may be our next lead.
Sure.
Yeah. Listen, why don't we get Tosh, Case?
Yeah.
Why don't you and Zyra go and hunt down Salvatore? Me and Ardan will go and try and get Tosh somewhere safe for now.
Okay.
Does that sound fine with everyone? I just want to give spotlight time to you guys, and
Yeah. Are you cool with that, Lily?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
She's gonna do whatever he tells her to.
Lieutenant, you're learning quick.
Oh, the cynical. It's cute. Oh, somebody's going to use that nickname now. It has to happen. Come on, do it for me, friends. Okay, so then we've got a Zyra and Lilith scene here with you guys trying to track down a dealer who might purchase a Z95 headhunter, right?
Yeah, either that or hunt down Salvatore. But I guess
Or Salvatore. Yeah, absolutely.
Finding a dealer might cut out the middleman faster. So
okay. Streetwise is definitely the way to go here. So that would be a knowledge roll. One of you is more knowledgeable than the other.
Yeah, you know what? You go ahead, because I'm not that. I don't have a reputation for buying stuff, and I will get you.
You just take what you want.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted me to just liberate a ship, I'm fine with that. Yeah, but finding where the ship is, I usually go and take the next one that I find. But people don't lock their ships.
Well, I've already run into one person on this planet I know, so maybe I can see what I can find as far as some contacts here.
So here's the deal. This is going to be a moderate roll because there are a few junk dealers and they try to keep their ongoing negotiations a secret so that the other one can't slide in and snake it away from them. So it's going to be a moderate difficulty for your streetwise.
I will try to help you though by looking friendly. I can't do that. I'm just a tiny, well, not that tiny, but I'm just a cat person.
Do you do cute cat stuff? Do you like play with a piece of yarn or something? Do you like rub against their leg maybe?
No, I'm not a cat, and that would be extremely weird if I did that. I'm mostly offering moral support and won't get in your way.
Okay, that sounds great. Sorry, I had to make cat jokes. I apologize. So, how is Gwydion, by the way, Greg? Since we're talking cats, I thought I'd sneak that in. Good.
He's doing good. Yeah.
Awesome. Fantastic.
He's
all right.
Crashed out behind me.
So. Nice. Good cat. So with the streetwise, that'll be your knowledge. You get 1 extra D, so you're rolling 4D against a target number of 15. And again, if you fail and you want to spend character points for extra dice, you may.
Can we take a bio break soon?
Yeah, right after this roll, we'll take our bio break. Thank you. We're right at the midpoint, so perfect time. Woo! You made it with an 18. Fantastic. So you find out about the dealer, and that's where we'll kind of cut away. We'll say that the dealer is a hut. and the hut is nearby. Now, question: do we want this to be a group scene, or are we going to continue with Lily and Zyra at the junk dealer? This will be post bio break, but I'm just checking in.
I am happy to keep tabs on our injured Tosh, while Dan goes to back them up, perhaps, or we can all go together. I would leave it in the hands of the other players because I do a lot of talking being the lieutenant. You know what I mean?
I think personally, I think it should be a group scene just in case something goes wrong. We'd all be there, but also, yeah, I think just a group scene. So,
Group scene.
Yeah, yeah, I think that is fine. And I also talk a lot without being a lieutenant. So.
All right, so we come in the heat of Bellsmith 2, baking down. It's late afternoon. You guys have deposited Rincy Tosh at the whatever pay by day kind of hotel. She's skipped up there resting a little bit, and the four of you.
Maybe she's in the smuggling hold of the Gundark.
Oh, that's cool too. Would you rather that?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, not to run around with her.
Okay. So you've got
to make a quick getaway.
Oh, and I will wear the standard Star Wars disguise of cloak with hood.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And of course we ask, what's he called? Your R2 unit, the grumpy one. Riffin.
Crap.
Riffin, like Riffin, keep an eye on that.
Yeah, R15N, which is on the Whisper base tab because it's normally back there. He'll be keeping an eye on. And I think Riffin's like, I'm not a medic. I am an astromech.
This is beneath me.
If you humans can't take care of yourselves.
Listen to those lovely little beeps he's making. I think it means he's happy.
Surely he loves his job.
Sweet. So we quick star wipe to the hot Bellsmith 2 sun on, like, you can see there are little flies around. There's this almost pigpen like rust color of dust to the air in this huge junk area. Like it's taking up acres on the edge of the bazaar, and there's this rinky-dink sign that's made out of a bunch of cogs and wires and everything, and it kind of lights up, and it's called Drishka's Curios. And as the four of you approach, Zyra in her perfectly suitable cloak and hood, it worked for Renzi, it'll work for Zyra. It's a Star Wars staple. We love it. When we see there are 4 Jawa, one of which has like a leather version of a leaf that's kind of fanning as this huge hut. She starts kind of worming her way forward as the 4 of you are either standing in or you've walked into Drishka's Curios. And she
before we walk in, do we have any sort of plan, or it's just going in and say, you hut, give us back our ship because it doesn't belong to you? Because I'm pretty sure that won't work.
I mean, we could look, if we inspect it, then I'm pretty sure that someone quick and technical could maybe pull the astromech files out of there. Or, man, if only the Republic, the Alliance had ever given us some creds, we could just buy the damn thing back.
It'd be nice if they funded anything, really.
Yeah.
Didn't you get 100? Where did all your creds go, Ardand?
You gotta spend money to make money, I hear. Yet to figure out the making part, but spend it on that.
New Republic did spend all those monies on all the money on that Holonet series, the Hearts of the Force. So
was there a second season yet?
No, there's no second season yet.
Damn, I really love that show.
So good.
Yeah, I think a plan of checking it out, maybe getting the lay of the land, maybe just pulling the data off the droid, leaving the ship. We don't need the ship if we have the plans, right? So yeah. I think that's the idea.
Yeah, and otherwise we can just
welcome to my shop. What do you fine, gentle beings need? I have everything here, everything you could want, after a fashion.
We're actually looking for a classic, like something small and like a one-seater pilot sort of thing. I don't know, like a T-65 or an X-wing or a Z-95, Z-94, that kind of thing.
So you lead off immediately asking for the thing that, as if you remember, Zyra and Lilith, I said, these guys don't like to snake each other. So I think that you're gonna need to make a streetwise roll. Otherwise, she's gonna clam up thinking you've come from one of her competitors. However, the difficulty, because you did actually physically come here, is only a moderate.
I'd like to help as well. Temet kind of starts speaking up, puts his hand on Trazic's shoulder. Yeah, we're looking for a first ship for our son, you see. Just something simple he can cruise around in. Nothing too ostentatious.
Yeah, something that can really get the womp rats out the canyon.
The womp rats out of the canyon, yes. Absolutely.
And if you've got something that's not in the best of shape, I can work with that too. So.
Oh,
nice.
Oh yeah, we're really looking for a bargain here. It's not fixer upper like.
It pays to be a smart bargain shopper in these trying times.
So
That's great.
Do I get to add help dice to that?
You sure do. That you just because you tickle me so much with this scheme of yours. It's great. So you're rolling streetwise, which for you is not terrible, right?
3d6.
3d, and then you've got 2 extra d from the help from Tammet and Lilith.
So I have 17 on the dice.
You do? Oh, nice. And
Well, like I said, I have everything you could want. I just came upon a little Z95 headhunter. Transacted already. They just need to fetch it from another site. Another one of my many conveyances. It's in another area, but they're bringing it here. So I can just have it delivered to the spaceport if you've got the credits.
Oh, well, I was hoping I could have a look at it first. An inspection.
Right. It'll be here tomorrow. You can take a look whatever you like. And then we switch some credits and your little whippersnapper can... Well, you can't actually fly it. It does need some work, but you can haul it out of here and then eventually fly it.
Well, I was hoping to get this business done today. Is there any way we could go out and meet it?
I wish, but you know how it is. Maybe you don't. It takes a while. I've just transacted it to have it transported here. If you throw in a few extra credits, maybe I could have it transported to wherever you want to work on it, little lady.
Well, maybe then there's something else here in this junkyard that would do our purposes. It doesn't have to be the Z95. Just get it covered really good.
There's a cloud car off in the back.
I'll go take a look at that. You handle the details.
Such
and then I walk off.
Couple. Aren't they cute? Yeah. They're adorable.
Yeah, it's been rough. He's got his own demons to work through, but I think he's finally kicking the stuff.
I will head off with Tammet as well. Supposedly check it out.
Okay. There are like pathways between all of the stacks of junk, as this hut should be on an episode of the TV show Hoarders, because everything is kept. Like, she doesn't sell a whole lot of stuff. Even your cover has demons. It's so you can lean into it, right? There's only so much lie and a whole lot of truth.
You gotta have everything has to have a nugget of truth. Yeah, so what do we think about this? Tammet kind of walks off, starts wandering the yard for the cloud car, and I think he pulls out his comm link and he just kind of do we wait? What do we think the play is here? Intercept it?
I think we maybe should find out. I think we maybe should find out where that ship is right now, because I don't like waiting.
Me neither. Makes me antsy.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm happy to, keep Drishka engaged and play negotiating, perhaps while you guys go looking see if you can find out where it might be or who's bringing it here or that kind of thing.
Trazik says that, and Ardan looks up at Lalit. Does that sound like something you can do?
I can certainly look into it.
We look around.
Maybe some concerns with them damaging it at transport. Maybe we could talk to the folks the hut's contracted with.
That's how you want to play it.
I mean, we could try to talk to the hut's people, right? She probably has someone who works for her, might tell us just where we might find the ship. Sorry.
It looks like her people are Jawas, a whole clan of Jawas.
Nice. Well, I mean, Jawas talk, right? So.
Gonna go talk to a Jawa.
Sure.
Oh man. So yeah, that sounds amazing. So Lieutenant Trazik and Zyra, you guys hung back as Tammet and Lalit. You guys go around and you do see a perfectly intact cloud car. It's like teetering on top of this old dusky brown land speeder, but the cloud car itself looks like it was in pretty good shape. The Nebitz clan is the clan of Jawa that have aligned themselves to Drishka and serve here in all of the junk. Zari, you just have a feeling that they probably have a side gig going on of some kind, because this junkyard doesn't look very successful. Like there aren't a whole lot of actual customers who come here. But yeah, there's the two of you are standing like about to talk to those Jawa when a few speeder bikes zip past, and Lieutenant Trazik, you yeah, it looks like that old swoop bike gang that you took out. You see there's a few younger members. One of them has the same like blue mohawk that you recognize. Maybe you stunned that one instead of shooting them. But yeah, it looks like that old swoop bike gang. They zip past and then kind of peel around, and they're making their way back here. Maybe they're coming after you. Maybe they're just coming to this junkyard. You're not sure. What do you do, Lieutenant Trazik?
Well, we're talking to Drishka, and I just say, you're in with the Bellsmith Banthas?
We do some business from time to time. They find interesting things and pawn them off to me. It's a genial relationship.
Well, I mean, if the Banthas are the ones who bring in this Z95 in, then I'm guessing it's not quite a legit owner record history. You know what I mean?
And
maybe we could knock a few credits off that.
The hut kind of wiggles her little tail and squeezes a little. And she's, I mean, when she rises up to her full height, she's a good, whatever 7 feet is in meters. 2.5 meters. Is that about right? Is that close?
At 210, Bob.
Nice. So she gets taller and she says,
"Oh, listen. You don't need to worry about where it came from. Everything's on the up and up. You want your ship? You want a deal? I've already offered you a deal. But don't you stick your nose into where it doesn't belong. If you start asking questions, you won't like the answers.
Yeah, well, that is what my partner says.
Nice. And sure enough, some of the banthas, as they call themselves, start striding up, and one of them's got like a mesh bag where it's one of those where you can just lay it out flat, but you can drawstring it up together. And there's all kinds of crap. Like they've rolled somebody and they come in and they walk right past it, and they are heading in to the little shop that Drishka came out of.
Oh, that's right, honey. Just set it over there. I'll work through everything. We'll settle up later.
I'm wondering if this is a chance for Zyra to maybe like eavesdropping, or we could tail them out of here. You know, like
I'm pretty good at eavesdropping and
Yeah.
stealthing. So
because I'm thinking they're the ones who have the Z95 and are delivering it, right? So like the only way we can find out
Yeah.
information here is directly asking, which seems bad.
Yeah,
we have no reason for them. Yeah.
but
you find eavesdropping would probably be the answer, right?
I'll go and eavesdrop. I've got better ears than you anyway, and I flick one of my ears.
They're cute ears too. You're basically a Cathar. Awesome. If you want to,
I'm a Siberian.
oh, I can't tell you guys apart. I'm sorry. Sweet. Give me a stealth roll to kind of sneak up and eavesdrop on these folks.
Okay, okay? Stealth. Yeah, that's 4. What's my difficulty?
Great question. I'm not used to setting difficulty numbers because PBTA games. I will call it a moderate difficulty.
Yeah.
So
okay.
a 15.
Yeah, that should work. Maybe. Yeah, it's a 17. So yay.
Nice. So you slide in as these guys are dropping off the stuff, and one of them pats a Jawa on the head, but it's totally like not a welcome touch, and the Jawa. Yeah, exactly. That's what she said. Hey, listen, man, you want to go over to Blasters? Yeah, we gotta. Man, it's going to take every single one of our bikes to get that stupid fighter up in the air again. Oh, well, we just got to drag it. Who cares, right? It's already broken. They laugh. Okay, see you, Blastars. And yeah, it looks like they are in the morning going to be heading out to try to drag the Z95 or carry it.
Yeah, okay. So I guess I'll go back and say, hey, these guys they have the ship, and B, they're going to hang out at something called the Blastars. So that's probably close to where their I don't know, bases.
So that means that it's probably still wherever Tosh left it, like ditched it. They haven't got it in hand yet. Most of them are going to be at Blastars tonight. If we could get out to where Tosh's ship is, we could maybe get the jump on them. They've probably got a couple of guys there rather than the full swoop gang. Does that seem like the plan? Because, yeah,
we could
I like
totally
it.
sneak aboard or something. Somebody does a bit of distraction. Somebody else who's good with sneaks aboard, gets the astromech, and
Z95 is like an X-wing style ship, so it's not like we have to. All right, cool.
Okay. Yeah, but still.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure you weren't thinking of like a Millennium Falcon.
I don't know Star Wars ships. I know what an X-wing is.
Yeah.
It's
Z95 was a precursor to the X-wing, so just
I know
think
this
X-wing.
this is the Razor Crest, but it's still slightly damaged from the explosion. So yeah. I know the ships that I've Lego built myself. Ooh, and now I've destroyed it.
Oh no!
It's like that last episode all over again.
Oh, ouch! Too soon.
My only question is, like, logistically wise, would we need like transport of some kind to get out to where it is? I mean, I guess she got here on foot, right? But who knows how long that took?
Yeah,
Can we
exactly.
Dark?
I wonder about the gun dart just because it's
not that small, but we might steal a speeder bike or two. I mean, come on, speeder bikes are basically up for grabs anyway.
it's more the Imperials I'm worried about.
Oh,
Good point. Okay.
we're not stealing an Imperial speeder bike.
No, but flying a ship out there might draw some attention.
And that's why I'm
Right.
saying speeder bike.
So the gun dart.
Yeah,
might- Well,
So are we
speeder
going
bikes
to
might not be a bad
steal
idea.
some speeder bikes? In fact, I know where we can find a bunch of speeder bikes tonight.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Parked
Yeah.
outside of a bar called Blastars.
Yeah, we'll bring them back when we're done.
Yeah. Okay, so it's
Sure you will.
20K, 20 clicks away. It'll take nearly 2 days. Yeah, we're not going to walk out there. Let's steal some speeder bikes from the Blastars. I will, Drishka, well, I guess if we gotta wait, we gotta wait. It's just, kid, just it's his birthday today, and I was hoping, but oh well. Patience is a virtue, right? Force comes to all who wait. So I guess we'll see you in the morning.
Alrighty, I'll see you in the morning.
I, pretend to tip my hat to one of the bouncers as I go past the door.
Sweet. Yeah, the banthas kind of peer at you, and the blue hello hawk guy, he looks at you for a long moment. He
Yeah.
says something to one of the other guys, but they don't pursue it. It just reminds me of a guy I knew once.
And I make sure to hug Tammet close as we walk out, like around the waist.
Nice. Sweet. So we do a star wipe to what? You guys skulking around Blast Stars?
It's the place to be tonight.
Yep.
So when we bring up the scene at Blast Stars, the first thing that we see is that there's the Blast Stars itself is this dive bar that's on the edge of town. It's like right up against the wooded area. And the first thing we see is this like poster that's put up, and there's a band playing tonight, one night only. Boba Fett and the Assassins are playing. Now, Boba Fett and the Assassins are actually terrible in canon grunge death metal band where the lead singer runs around in a Boba Fett, like fake as fake plastic Mandalorian armor. And yeah, they play this like weird music. They're actually in Wikipedia. And they're playing this like super mosh pit worthy, thank you, Boba Fett and the Assassin Droids. And they're playing this mosh pit worthy stuff. They got their start on the planet Aderlon way back in Minos, the Minos cluster. So Zyra, you've heard their trash before?
I think I met them, and I think I might have dated their singer a bit. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. Well, Dave, I was a teenager. Okay, I'm basically still a teenager, but now I'm an older and more mature teenager.
Nice. But it's like a TV set with a fist coming out of it and a lightning bolt is their main thing on the thing. That's how you know it's Boba Fett and the Assassin Droids. It's all written in Galactic Basic, so it's those weird symbols like. And the place smells like stale beer. There are a row of speeder bikes here, just all doing that thing, like they just kind of hover in place type deal, and they're all marked up with bantha stickers and paint and all kinds of stuff. And there are a group of folks that are just hanging out on this weird porch in front of the bar where they're in these chairs and feet are up on banister, and they're drinking alcohol and bragging to each other about things that most of them have never done or seen. Inside, you can see there's a bunch of just bouncing people through the windows. You can see that there are people bouncing and mosh pitting around as Boba Fett and the Assassin Droids are screaming, scream lyrics, and oh, wait, hold on. I have to look because they actually have listed some of IG-88, Where Are You is the song that they're currently singing. RG88, 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 and it's a scene. It's a whole scene. Lots of youths here. You may recognize a few like Imperial pilots who are here undercover, the cloak and everything, so they can hang out with these. But these youths are like, this place at some point is going to get knocked over when the stormtroopers show up. They just party until they run away, and a few of them get arrested, and then they complain about it. That's the style of Blast Stars with the Z.
Well, I suppose, before we go in, right, the question is, who's going to steal the bikes, and what's our plan for distracting?
We just take the bikes.
That's
they're just over there. We get on them and then we fly away.
Yours got the right of it, Lieutenant. We just take them and go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I like it. Because then we have a bike chase.
Oh, right. That's nice.
At night, right? Because it's like the sun is already setting, so it's that the light just barely it's dark. There are street lights that are starting to pop on in the more civilized areas, but this Blast Stars is just far enough away to where there are no there's one street lamp there, but they've broken it so that it stays dim enough here the way they like it. So
I will nudge Lilith and say, hey, I dated that singer of that band.
You dated Boba Fett?
How did you?
No, I didn't date. No, that's not the real Boba Fett. Isn't the singer of this band? He can't sing. That's what I heard. I don't know him.
How did you put up with the music?
It's good. Yeah, it's kind of nice actually. If you can hear some of the stuff, some of the tones that humans can't. They're not doing it on purpose, but it's still kind of nice.
I like their older stuff.
Yeah, no Disintegrations is still the best they ever written.
All right, thanks a lot. All right, next up is Blow 'Em All Away.
And a couple of people on the front porch get up and they start to go in. Evidently, Blow 'Em All Away is a popular song.
Yeah, you can really rock to that one.
Sweet. So Slave One of the Heart. Oh my god, I'm adding that to the wiki. No, I can't, but I wanna. Sweet. Yeah, they got to lead up to their their cooldown song. Who cares if freedom's gone? But right now it's Blow 'Em All Away, which is a very frenetic song. So, it might
that's
be
the soundtrack as we jump onto it, right? Like,
yeah. Is it Slave One of the Heart or is it Boba Fett's Ship of the Heart, friends? That's what I want to know.
That's a niche reference, yeah.
Sweet. No, actually, did you hear that Disney's changed all references to Slave 1 to
I don't think that Disney has changed all references. It's just for one Lego set. That's what I've read,
okay.
Actually.
Cool. I don't care either way. I think the change is just fine. Doesn't bother me in the least. I would just trying to make it contemporary.
Oh, yeah.
But I think they just that's just for a Lego set because they don't want little kids to go to their parents and ask, "What's the slave, Daddy?" And
when Solo came out, they released a Sabak deck, but they called it the Han Solo card game. It's a fucking Sabak deck, but it's called Han Solo card game, and it's on the back of every fucking card. It makes me sad because I want to play Sabak.
It's got you so mad that you've. It's got you so mad that you've used a real swear word.
Instead of a
Star Wars swear word.
Fucking terrible! Dang it! Dang it! I hoisted on my own petard. Sweet. So, you guys want to steal some speeder bikes? This seems like a great idea, and by great I mean really fun. Who's doing this? Because the question isn't can you hotwire and steal a speeder bike as much as can you do it before someone sees you and shoots you? Right?
You don't have to hotwire a speeder bike. You can just take it. And look at the Star Wars everywhere. When they need a speeder bike, they just get on it and just drive away. Nobody ever hotwires a speeder bike.
Okay.
That is my recollection as well. There's no locks on them or anything.
No.
Fair. There are no locks on Imperial speeder bikes whatsoever.
Well, these aren't Imperial, Rich. These are some gangers. These are some some banthas.
Their security levels are we shoot you if you take it. So
Exactly.
can you jump on a speeder bike and fly away before one of them sees you and drunkenly shoots at you? Is that a fair challenge?
That's
then
very fair.
Okay, fantastic. So I think that'll be an agility roll more than anything, unless someone wants to rely upon their mechanical acumen to use the speeder to your advantage to get away.
Would drive apply?
Drive is better. Well, I mean under mechanical. Drive is under mechanical. So yes.
Oh, right. So it doesn't matter.
We're on the same
for me,
page. So you're good at everything. Yeah. So in this, you're rolling 4D or you're rolling 4D.
Oh, I'm good at everything vehicle related.
Exactly. The best darn pilot.
And I mean, I don't know how we can help particularly in this beyond that we're all doing similar actions, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So are you all rolling individually?
Yeah, I think you're all rolling individually. And I think anybody that fails, just so you're aware, failure means somebody's getting everyone who fails is getting a condition, and we'll talk out how this looks.
Here's what I would like to do, and you guys tell me if you're down or what the roll would be if necessary. Zyra, I was planning on just hopping on the back of your speeder bike.
Yeah.
I felt like
it's a good idea.
Somebody should have a gun ready to go.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, because
if you guys want to pair up, then 2 people roll and the other 2 are helping, and you need a 15 on each individual roll. Whoever's stealing the speeder bike needs a 15.
Okay.
One thing I'd like to do is take a look and see if I can identify which is the presumably fastest of the speeder bikes, which has the best model. See any good augmentations on it.
Oh, that sounds great. I love that. Give me just a second and I will.
Would that be a vehicles check?
Yeah, give me a vehicles check. That seems appropriate. You're pretty darn good at that, 5D. Let's say that's an easy thing to do.
Oh yeah, 24.
24. Wow. So yeah, I think you recognize, even though there's a good bit of post modifications that have been made to this thing, like they've hot swapped off the handlebars and the pillars have been replaced with things, but there's a Kondashu Comet that is screamingly fast. It's possible that one of the banthas is a poser who kind of ran away from a rich family, because otherwise you're not sure how a Kondashu Comet ended up here in this place. They've tried to scuff it up, but you know the chassis, you know the engine. This thing, you could trade it for a medium class freighter. I mean, a used medium class freighter.
Still.
Not an Millennium Falcon or anything, but like, a medium class freighter, you could 1-for-1 swap that if the person trusted you. Yeah, there you go.
This thing is being wasted on
absolutely
some piddly biker gang or swoop gang.
Sweet. So yeah, Lily, you pick that out and you get an extra die for this escape because the thing's that fast. So go ahead and Zyra, you got a you already rolled.
I haven't rolled yet, but I get an extra die for Tammet helping me, right?
You sure do. You sure do.
Cool.
15 is the difficulty you're going for.
Okay, then I'm rolling. Rolling now. Yeah, that's a 25. So wow, that's that's an awesome roll.
That is an awesome roll.
One thing I just realized as well, are we doing the destiny die?
The destiny die.
One die in each skill check must be a different color than the other dice. This
oh,
is the destiny die,
that's what I meant by the wild die. For some reason, I've forgotten that was here. I thought we didn't have that.
Which I mainly say because if Cyrus, if we were to say that the first die is always the destiny,
that's
die,
what we were saying back in the day.
Yeah, that is true.
Then Zyra's got a 6, which means that it's a critical success.
Fantastic. Sweet. I will give you a moment, Sabine. You could think about what this critical amazing success looks like. So we're now doing Destiny die. Thank you for the reminder, Will. For some reason, that's when I was bemoaning the wild die. I forgotten that we
I didn't make the
that.
connection when you said that. I just was reading the rules and thought, oh, that thing. I forgot about that thing.
Fantastic. So let's see what the role for Lilith. Lilith, you're doing the steel, right? Or did you just want to pick it out and let Kel?
No, I reckon I'd, anything that comes out, I'd be more willing to shoot them. So Lilith knows the bikes in case it needs to be hot wired, you know? Maybe I'm even going for a bike and Elite's like, no, that one, Lieutenant. And we go into the Gondashi Comet.
So I got a 15 with the 1 on the first die.
Oh my, with a 1 on the first die, and that's with your extra die from the comet?
Yep.
And the help from Trazic?
You got 1 extra die.
1 more.
It's still a success, and you're still having a complication. Sorry, I just wanted to, yeah, it's fine. You succeed, but just barely. So I think it's a thing where you take off on the comet, and Lilith, here's the complication. That's when you realize there's a tracking device on this thing. Like they've got a low jack on their comet. So you're going to need to deal with that at some point. Blaster bolts fire over your heads drunkenly. Some of the bantha come out. They're all going to get on their bikes as we hear the blow 'em all away is blasting over the loudspeakers as the bantha try to give chase to you guys. And you got on the blaster bikes as you're planning to like, oh, that's true. So Zyro, what is this? That is a great bonus. If you want to take that, that is an excellent suggestion.
This is an excellent, but I had a different idea because
What's your idea? I want to hear it.
My idea would be that there are canyons, right? And if we have a speeder bike chase through a canyon, then you might plaster some of these guys, or you might mislead two of these guys so that they will actually kind of drive into each other.
Oh man, yeah. So they take off. You guys head out of the woods and quickly hit into the canyon area. And a couple of the speeder bikes, like they're trying to center in on you, Zyra, and boom, the two of them. They're not thrown clear. This is not the A-team. They're done for. Lilith, the comet just zips ahead of Zyra and the other speeder bike. Like this thing is so fast. Kel, you noticed that, hey, this thing is not as loud as those other speeder bikes at all. It is whisper quiet.
Wow, this is real nice. Man, good job you spotted this case. It's real good. Real good choice. And then I think is when you see the like the little flashing red light of the tracking device like blinking on the side. What's that red flashing light I hear on the side of things?
That's a tracker.
Criff.
Yeah, it is real nice. I guess good enough to.
You reckon you can get rid of that thing?
Oh, no problem.
But can you do it while we're driving though? That's
yes.
Cool. All right. So yeah, you guys are being chased at this point by not all of the Bantha crew. Some of them are still in the blast stars. 2 of them are done for. Some of them don't have their vehicles. We cut to one fairly attractive late teens. He's got a bowl cut, but he's added a couple of streaks. And he's like, where's my comment? Where's my comment? Pulls out his comm link. Dad, someone stole my cedar bike. So, cool. So we go drone shot of the canyon as you guys are zipping along. Moonlight above you. Everything's in shades of blue. And yeah, I think you're up in front because you've got the comet. These guys are going to start to fire blasters at you. Lilith, what are you doing?
I think just attempt to outrun them.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Not, maybe some minor evasive action, but pour on the speed for the most part.
Okay, and then Zyra, they're also firing at you. We'll say that there are 4 speeder bikes that have a chance to give your 2 speeder bikes any kind of chase. One of them kicks up the pillars and like tries to go high, but the other 3 are just following you guys down this kind of snake canyon. So Zyra, what do you want to do? What's your plan here?
I mean, my plan is pretty much to outfly them. I mean, this is not a ship, right? Oh well, who cares?
No, it's a
My
speeder
plan
bike.
is a speeder bike. My plan is still to just outmaneuver them because they've already shown that they are not really that great drivers. So I'll tell Tama to hold on. This is gonna be fun.
Nice. So let's start off with the 2 of you. This is going to be a difficult maneuver. You're being fired upon. It's very dark. You are in a snaking canyon and being chased and shot at. So Zyra, let's go ahead and have you make the first roll because you're the one closest to the people that are shooting at you.
I'm also using my force point for that one.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah.
So you get 20 or better.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm rolling. It's a 20 and a 1 on the force on the destiny die, but it's
Man.
I made it. I made the difficulty.
You did make the difficulty. So you you pick up speed. You are able to kind of mask at one point. Maybe there's a little jut out of a piece of the canyon, like some rock outcropping, and you wait till the last second and then kind of speed around it. And one of them goes and they don't see it. They can't pull out fast enough. We have the speeder bike slamming into huge rock outcropping. And yeah, it's not good. But the good news is that Zyra, you're able to stay out of their way and you've left a number of them behind. The complication is that as you have been pouring on, you realize that the power cell in this thing, they didn't recharge it. You can make your way 20 clicks out, but she's gonna be dry before
we need to
you
recharge.
get halfway home.
Good thing we've got a mechanic.
That's true.
And I mean that ship of that C something 96 might still have some juice. C95, yeah, might still have some juice left, so we can use that. Maybe we'll see. We'll see.
All right, very clever. I'm sure that will work out fine. No problems at all. Lily, you also need a 20. Don't forget you got an extra die from the comet, and maybe you want to ask for some help from Tamit. Or no, you've got Kel on the back there. Hello, baby.
Yeah. Kel is firing his blaster rifle.
Now, do you want to do that as a separate action, or
no?
I'm
happy to do
bundling
that
them
as an aid. Yeah.
Cool. So you get 2 extra dice to your drive check. You, of course, can spend character points after the fact if you need to. And don't forget, you get your force point back for 1 every session.
Again, a success with a 1.
Is it?
Oh, no. I'm looking at Zyra's roll.
Yeah. Yours is a 17, which looks like a failure. Do you want to spend a character point, or are you going to eat that failure?
What does the character point do mechanically?
A character point gives you an extra die to roll. You do need to roll a 3 or better on it, though, so good luck.
2/3 chance. Why not?
Exactly. 2/3? I don't know if that's quite right, but yeah, it's a good chance. Nice. So the 5 gets you out. The 3 is, no complication, no super extra bonus. And so I'll give you the bit here, Lily. Is this a thing where they end up all crashing out, or one more crashes and the other 2 bail on this and realize this is not worth dying over?
Yeah, I think one of them crashes out, but the The others soon see me just pulling far enough ahead that there's no way they're going to be able to catch up on their inferior bikes.
That's right. That sounds fantastic. Sweet. So you guys exit out of that canyon, and we do a star wipe with some time passing, and then you see that there's a head. We'll say, of course, right? It only makes sense that Renzi Tosh would have told you guys, hey, this is where I crash landed. She didn't drop a beacon or anything because someone else could pick up on that. So she just gave you the general description. But you see ahead the Z95. The Z95 Headhunter had not crashed into a canyon, but it looks like she brought it down and something happened with the landing gear and it skids. So you see this long furrow in the canyon bed. And then when it eventually hit, it looks like there was a large rock that fell right on top of where the astromech in the Z95 was, and pinning it. And yeah, it would take a lot to fix this baby. But the good news is that the speeder bike guys yesterday, they pulled the rock off. So you see it there. It's like it's pinning part of a wing. They did most of the job and then called it good and went to Blast Stars to watch Boba Fett and the assassin droids. But sure enough, there is the Z95. It's like, 1 o'clock in the morning. And we'll say that it's like 25 standard hours for a day here. Mm-hmm. So you've got some moonlight above you and some time.
So just to back up a little bit, the tracker on the bike.
Yeah. Oh, you want to deal with that? Okay,
yes.
Sure. Okay.
As soon as we're out of immediate danger, then pull over and try and deal with that.
So here's how we'll do that. It is not like they don't want to make it super easy to take off the tracker. So it's going to be a very difficult maneuver to pull it off without causing damage to the engine itself.
Okay.
Meaning you need a 25. If you fail, you remove it, but you've done some damage to the engine, or you can mark a condition of your choice. So it sounds like it would be a vehicles check.
Vehicles check, yeah. And looking for a 25.
Yeah. So you're rolling 5D, looking for a 25. You could spend your force point. I'm just cheating a little bit to tell you you'll get a new one next session, and we're only 30 minutes left in this session, so could be a place where you want to do it if you thought it'd be fun to run 10D6.
I think it's worth it. That's going to pull too much trouble down on us otherwise. $31.
Wow, that is fantastic. So we cut to this Imperial Command Center. It's somewhere on Bellsmith 2. And we see this older gentleman receive the call from the Bantha, the Bellsmith Bantha swoop bike. And he says, son, I told you to take better care of that carking speeder bike. Fine, I'll send a detachment out. And then we see there's this map of the Bellsmith, and we see all these indicators, and there's a little blip for a little bit that's moving, and then all of a sudden the blip winks out, and he says, where did that go? Where did it go? And one of the stormtroopers says,
sorry, sir, we lost it. We couldn't get a fix on it.
He walks over, cuffs the stormtrooper, and yeah, it looks like you were able to cut that off in time before this captain was able to hunt you down. So now ahead, there's a Z95 headhunter. A boulder crushed the astromech and a good bit of the engine, but it has been rolled away and now just pins a little bit of the wing. According to what Renzi had told you, her astromech had the plans on it, and she was unable to save her. She did gender the droid with a her. You guys arrive, and I'm curious, what do you do?
Real quick, Temet drops off the back of Zyra's speeder, and he's going to find a place of high ground and take a line of sight on the canyon or the path that we came up, and lay down and get the scope out and keep an eye out.
Sweet, that is a really good idea, you scout. Why
We
don't
have a
you
voice
give me-
modulator on still, Rich.
Damn it. Do I now?
No.
Is it-
You just sound a bit more digitally than you do. Like, just very
Wait,
slightly. Yeah.
You
Sorry to
sounded
interrupt.
soft. I
No,
think.
I appreciate it. I like to know these things. I can fix them. All right, cleared up now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Tammy, why don't you give me an easy perception roll?
Easy perception. All right. My perception.
If you had die and search, you could add that, but you don't, so it'd just be
Yeah.
straight up.
So just 3d6.
Looking for a 10.
For 10. I got a 6. What is going on?
Awesome. You find a really good vantage point, and you sight it in, and then you feel the cool metal of a barrel being placed at the back of your neck. And the camera pans around, and we see a female Twi'lek standing behind you, say, "You wouldn't know a Rincy Tosh, would you?"
I don't know the name. Kind of put my hands up. May I ask who's calling?
Is that Keltrazik with the rest of your crew?
When I hear the voice ask if that's Keltrazik, can I get a chance to look to see if their eyes are on me or on Kel?
Their eyes are... Oh, that's a good question. I think they kind of glance up towards Kel to indicate is that Keltrazik, but they're trying to stay generally focused on you because they have the drop on you. But if you want to use that as an opening to try to do something, you
I
could.
do. I think hearing is that Kel, as soon oh, this person's looking at them, they're aware of them. I'm gonna try and spin out of the way of their blaster and like knock it away.
Oh, that's awesome. That sounds awesome. I love it. So give me a dexterity. It would be agility to try to, you're trying to dodge out of the way, right?
Yeah. It's well, you know what? It's a combination of moves, I guess. It's trying to get the blaster off me, but I'm actually trying to like spin out of it and push their arm away. Maybe not.
Oh, that's a brawl. That's a brawl then. It sounds like that's what you're doing, right?
All right. I mean, it's all the same. I don't know why. Oh wait, brawl is.
You're a little worse at brawl than
Okay.
you are at dexterity, but that's okay.
All right, we'll do brawl. That's
Cool.
fine.
Moderate difficulty.
Cool. All right. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Okay, 12. Not gonna do it for me. So Tammet spins and tries to knock the blaster out, and he's gonna yell out a call. Company.
Sweet. And she's got the wherewithal. She doesn't fire the blaster, but she kind of twitches her head, and that's when you see the flash of metal. She's put blades on the end of her leku. That seems like a terrible idea. Please take a condition of your choice.
Condition of my choice. All right. Am I getting cut by these blades? Is that the idea?
Yeah, that's generally the idea.
Yeah,
Injured
then
makes the most sense, but if there's something else.
No, I think I'm getting sliced up by it.
Sweet. I think Lily, since you're the tech, you're kind of trying to figure out how to dig into the astrogation droid, which is, it's not good. Like, this sucker was crushed pretty bad. There's no way this astromech survived it, but maybe that if it were carrying a data rod or some kind of chip or something. So you're trying to search that, and that's when Zyra and Kel and Lily, you both hear Tamit, or you all three hear Tamit go, company's here, echoes along the canyon walls. So Zyra and Kel, I think the two of you could most easily respond.
Well, Zyra, you go first.
Yeah, I mean, do I see someone over there?
How far away would Tamit have set up?
Tamit has a scope, so he'd be open to going up as far as he needed to get the shot.
Maybe half a click away, less.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to be throwing a dagger that way, and shooting with a blaster would be like not likely without a scope. So
I tell you what we do. We jump on Zyra jumps on the speeder bike, and I jump on the back of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just okay.
You gun it right, like jump on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like, God damn it, Ardan.
Let's go and save him.
Sounds fantastic.
I will take Lilith's speeder bike because mine doesn't have any power left.
Good thinking, because that was my complication. I was going to throw at you any minute now. Very smart. You take the Comet from Lilith. Lilith, give me a droids, like a tech droids roll to kind of figure out, okay, if it were crushed like this, where would its data stores be? And we're going to call this a moderate difficulty. If you fail, you're going to end up with a condition of some kind, maybe tired or angry or something like that. Oh yeah, sweet.
15 with the 6.
That's fantastic. So I think with a 6, unless you've got a suggestion, you not only find the data rod that this astromech was protecting or holding, but maybe you find the particular like motherboard of the droid, and you could recover at least a modicum of its memories, telemetry, astrogation stuff. You could see the core of it, kind of like how if you saw L1 in Solo movie. Oh gosh, this is a spoiler, but it doesn't matter. Oops. Sweet. Let's deal with the fight against our lovely and talented and very, very friendly Gita Laroon. So she's tacked Tamit. Kel and Zyra, the two of you are closing on her, but I think her and Tamit are going to do a thing. She actually she draws another blaster.
Cool.
So she's going to be like, two gun John Woo style. So what is it that Tamit does is she draws this other blaster?
Well, and she has 2 blasters and 2 blades, or however many blades attached to her Liku, and Tamit is completely unarmed at this point. He I think has to hold his hands up and kind of take a step back and try and get to where his blaster's in front of him so he can grab it easy if things change his way. So yeah, Tamit holds his hands up. He's like, well, you can't blame a guy for trying, right? You gotta do what you gotta do.
And I think it's a thing where if you guys were coming in the other speeder, she'd hear that speeder bike coming.
Oh.
But because they're in the Comet, she's going to stay a little focused on you until probably too late. But she fires on you. She's going to shoot you, but with the blaster she just drew. And you hear the of she's got it set to stun. So you try to dodge out of the way here.
Yeah, she fires. He's going to try and, drop back or jump forward and get out of the blast.
Okay. She had you kind of dead to rights. So I think dodging out of this without getting stunned is going to be a difficult maneuver. Does that seem fair?
Seems very fair.
Okay. All right.
So this is dexterity then?
It is.
Okay. So 4D. Whew. All right. Let's do this.
Oh, you're out of character points too. Oh gosh.
16? Don't quite
that's one of your best rolls of the game, but yeah, you dodged just barely out of the way. She has to fire 3 shots, but she gets you on that last one. You felt like maybe you had the blast rifle in your hand and just shifting your grip before you could shoot, she stuns you, and you're, staring at the sun, or whatever happens when you get stunned in Star Wars. I don't know. Meanwhile, Zyra and Kel, you guys have the drop on her. She was totally focused on Tammet and trying to take him down. And there's the point where she looks up because she thought, oh, you guys are half a click away, but now you're on her. So,
I mean, I would shoot her with a stun, but I also think it would be much cooler if Zyra slammed into her with the speeder bike. If that's something that Zyra would do.
That would have been my plan, actually, because she's got guns and I could shoot her, but she just dropped Tammet, and I saw that it was a stun, so I'm trying to hit her with, not with a front, but with a kind of a slide, just side swipe her. Yeah, and I'll tell Kel, hold on, this is gonna get rough. This is gonna get bumpy.
Moderate difficulty to vehicles to send her flying, and that's just amazing.
Okay. Moderate is 20 or 15. Help me here.
Do I get to have a help? Moderate is 15.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do I get the extra die for the fact that this comet is so very fast? Probably not, right?
Yes, you do.
I do.
Yeah.
Thank you. Huh.
She's a real good speeder bike.
And maybe Kel, you could kick her over while doing the side swipe.
Oh, that's your help? Yeah, so you got 2 extra dice to your vehicles.
I lean into the spin, right? I throw my weight into it.
Or your pilot, sorry.
Cool.
So you're rolling 6D?
Yeah,
7D.
I've got a 27.
Holy cats and kittens. And a 4 on your wild die. That is a destiny die. Yeah, what does that look like as you send her flying?
Yeah, I mean, I basically go into that side swipe. Cal sticks out his leg, I guess, and hits her.
I'm imagining more like me, pulling onto and then leaning on the opposite side, so it the counterbalance of the weight, so the back of the speeder just and I think that I let go of the speeder bike, is that right? And then as she collapses overwards, I'm standing on a hand, gun.
You got her. You got her.
Yeah.
Guess we're even now.
Well, I was never keeping score.
Voodoo.
Well, you use stun, so I switch my gun. The lights go out.
Nice. She's out. Boom.
Yeah.
Sweet. So Lily, you've got the data store. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask. I mean, we pulled a knife out of the thingy. Does anyone want a combat knife? Otherwise, I would just give it back to her and leave it in her hand. Tammet Ardan has the combat
I need something
knife.
other than my one blast,
Yeah.
turns out.
Yeah.
But
Okay, we don't do that.
So.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Okay, so you get the blaster, or are you?
No, we'll take her blaster. We'll take all of her stuff if we can do that. If we can be little murder hobos and not murder hobos, but just stealing.
Fine. I mean, she's a bounty hunter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she's after. I think she's after our Tosh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But Chaos, you got that tracking device? I'm gonna slip the tracking device on her.
Still got it here.
Yeah. And we're gonna take all of her stuff for later loot, and
okay, sounds good.
Definitely.
Yeah, I will provide you with the loot that she has. You've got 2 blaster pistols and a vibro knife for sure. And there's probably some other credits and other stuff. Loot. That's right. Old school, baby. Lily, you have the stuff. You guys have avoided any capture or notice. We're coming near the end. So I think we can actually bring this mission to a close. So any quick epilogues from mission that folks want to give?
Hey, this comet speeder bike, it would fit onto the screaming sunlark, right?
What's a screaming sunlark?
It's the ship that I'm flying. I think that's what the transponder says right now.
That's awesome.
Real low key. One letter changes every time we do it now.
That ship, yeah. When it first appeared in Teens in Space, this ship had a lot of names.
And always okay. So I'm gonna stick Kandashu comment on the that ship page. A really expensive speeder bike.
The other one, of course, is too much of a piece of poodoo to, you know, it's a piece of junk. Barely gets us back to the to the settlement.
But hey, Lily, do you mind if I paint the comet a little? I mean, pretty it up a bit?
Oh, paint it all you like, but I'm certainly going to get my hands on it too and tinker around a bit.
Yeah, seems good. You tinker with the insides and I tinker with the outsides.
Oh,
Nice.
little bonding over a speeder bike. That's wonderful. Zyra and Lilith hanging out, messing with the speeder bike. You get back to yes. Go ahead.
I mean, also, I just I was epiloguing on the
Yeah,
ship
yeah, go.
and it's just you know, like putting a hand on Tosh's shoulder, and you know, like saying, "We got the files. I'm sorry about the droid. We couldn't get her out."
Me too. She was a good droid. Thanks for taking care of what I couldn't.
Well, can't say I didn't enjoy it. As he whistles and spins one of Laroon's blaster pistols around and puts it in his pocket, his holster. Yeah.
Nice. What about for Tammet? Any quick epilogue we have for him?
I think Tammet, he's stunned for a while, and I think when he finally comes to, whether it's on the back of the speeder bike or into the hold, he just he lets it be the excuse to just go to sleep. He is just he is itching for a stim. He got blasted. He's just not having a good day. It was not his day, this mission. So he's using an excuse to open his eyes, look, we're safe. Stun bolts. And then just goes back to sleep.
I need a stim.
Yeah.
Cool. And then Zyra and Lilith, you guys working on the speeder bike. Was that your epilogue? Anything more you wanted to add, or were you good?
I think I'm fine with.
Cool.
I'm good.
Awesome. So as a reward, you have the blaster pistols, and I'll write a note. I'll give you exactly what you have murder hoboed off of your bounty hunter, other than 2 pistols and a dagger. So I'll write down loot from BH, and I'll provide that to you guys. 5 character points for your successful mission.
Yay.
Remember, character points not only get you extra dice, but you can use it like XP. Spending character points is on the left-hand side of the team tab. It'll give you a little guide as to what it takes to raise stuff. So let's go to our end of session feedback of stars and wishes. We start with wishes so we can end with stars. Wishes are, I wish to see X or Y thing in the future. It's like, oh, I wish upon a wish that this plot point could come to bear. Wishes can also be, I wish there were a little more clarification in the rules for X or Y. It could be like, I wish Rich, you knew what a destiny die was. And I'll be like, yep, me too. Wish I had known that when I was whining about the wild tie. Damn it. So what you gonna do? Yeah, so those are wishes. Who'd like to go first with wishes?
You go
sorry,
ahead, Sabine.
I would wish for a little downtime so we can talk a little bit, learn a bit more about Lilith and what she's like. So
sounds awesome. I agree.
And I want to fly something, but that I basically got to drive a speeder bike. So that's fine.
Next week's mission is we need a star pilot to be able to do this thing is the setup. So hope you're here, Sabine. Otherwise they're screwed.
Yeah.
No pressure. Will, you sound like you want to go next.
Yeah, I would like to see, returning NPCs. I mean, or like ongoing, like perhaps that's Kay's Raiders, perhaps that's Laroon hunting us down again in revenge, or perhaps, Kay puts out a bounty on his long lost daughter, or that kind of thing, basically. But more of that. I think, I think we're all getting back into the groove of Hyperspace D6, and one of those things is that, like, I hadn't even thought about looting her, really. And then I was like, because I'm so used to playing like PBTA and stuff where gear is so like just abstract, really, and things. But we were literally like spending times, all of us looking at our like 0 credits and being like, we don't have the things, right?
Don't have
So
anything.
we need to scavenge the things off the people and things that we go through. We need to get into that slightly D&D-ish mindset of like, let's get the things after we've done the mission kind of stuff. And yeah, that's it really.
Cool. Cody or Greg, who'd like to go next?
I'll go next. Yeah, my wish, it kind of ties into, I think, what Will was just talking about. Yeah, I kind of want to see HyperspaceD6, West End Games, D6 system is more old school. So I kind of almost want to see more of that old school play style. Like, here's your mission, here's the front door, here's this room. I know that's not what everybody wants to see, but just because of the way it plays, I'm like, ooh, maybe I do want to play that, So that would be my wish, I guess. A more straightforward mission, running and gunning, doing our thing.
Cool. Greg.
Yeah, as mentioned before, I would looking forward to Chaos Raiders showing up at some point and complicating things for us. Sorry, all the trouble I'm gonna bring down on y'all.
They love it. These are trouble monkeys. They love it.
And definitely looking forward to being able to sort of stick my neck out to prove myself and of course see how that goes. She's feeling pretty good now, having retrieved exactly what we needed. So a little overconfident.
Awesome. So, Greg, since you went last for wishes, you get to go first for stars. Stars are kudos, any particular moments or highlights for the game, aspects of the system that you wanted to make sure, hey, this is a thing I really enjoyed. And I think we saw a little bit of that in wishes, but yeah, there you go.
I'm very much enjoying your all characters that you've played before playing off each other. It is really fun to watch. A little hard to sort of stick myself into the stream on that, but I am enjoying it nonetheless. Yeah, just in general, a great session.
Cool. Thank you, Greg. And I will go out of my way. The downtime wish is a great wish. And I think we can bring you into the fold a lot more strongly back on Whisper Base when you guys aren't pulled in 30 different directions. Cody, you're up next. What stars did you want to hand out?
Yeah, stars. First, I want to give a star to Greg. Greg, you already had a great character concept coming into it. You had something to work with. I think that made it very easy for us to bring you into things. Like, we know what that character does. So I wanted to give you one for that. And also I wanted to throw a star to Will for suggesting to loot right at the end there, because you're right. I hadn't even thought about, looting, but that's what this game's built around. And it's, we are so used to playing those story games that you don't think twice about it. It's like, oh no, you're right. When we're in that undercover mission, it was that kind of thing where I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have any of this. So what would I actually have? Nothing. I guess I just do nothing. So yeah, wishes for smart play there. And yeah, that'll do me, I think. I'm very excited to kick off this next series.
Awesome. Thank you, Cody. Will, you're up next.
Well, I couldn't remember how to play Cal properly until we started playing, and I was like, oh yeah, that's how it is, right? And I really enjoyed getting back into it, and I'm hoping to get Case in more. But I know that it was like the but like I feel as though Case is definitely going to be a character that will mesh into that, right? Because it's like the speeder bike banter, the roles you fulfill, like that whole kind of thing. It's like we're the unit, right? Like kind of 3 rebellion soldiers and this wild card rogue among us. I like it. I thought all the complications were great, and I thought we had nice like teamwork going on, like jumping on the speeder bikes together on the back of it and like finding the nicest speeder bike there, so it was super fast. And now we've got a super fast speeder there, which is great. Again, loot. It's great. But yeah, I really enjoyed getting back into HyperspaceD6. I would like to see like what Cody said, but I thought this was really good as a big broad open one as well, frankly. I'm digging it. Oh, and the Destiny guy. I do
Yeah,
want to,
if only.
yeah.
Good. We'll know it from the start next time. Awesome. Thank you so much, Will. Sabine.
Yeah, stars for everyone. This was a fun session. I really like getting back into Zyra and her shenanigans. I so much enjoyed seeing Cal and Tennant back. Had a little trouble with Cal because always the protecting guy. That I have to figure that into my plans. Talk to him more, and I really love to see Lily and come on and just run with this gang. Yeah, great. I want to see more of her, as I said, and she's a really fun character. So, and I want to see her curiosity play out because that I saw that on the character keeper, and yeah.
Yeah, and I conceive of that less as curiosity and more as her eagerness to please. Will
Not at all any trouble
Yeah.
coming from that. That's cool. Well, again, stars all around, but when I highlight Sabine, Zyra, it's just great to see you play this character. It's very different from you often will like slot into very different personalities, and I haven't seen Zyra since January. It's nice to see her again. Cody, the Tim accent just cracks me up. There was a moment, it was a star for me, the two of y'all doing Southern accents back and forth, and me being from the South and going, this is terrible, but it's not that far off, and like I could close my eyes and almost hear this conversation back home, and that amused me. That amused me quite a lot. Will, I really appreciate that you make so much space for everyone else. I think that's a really great player habit that you have. Almost to your detriment. There are times where I'm like, no, I think Kel should be doing this thing, but it's good. It always works out, and you get your stuff. You got to stun the bounty hunter. You get to defeat her. So that was pretty great. And Greg, you made an excellent character to slot in and fill some of the niches that weren't covered by this group. I think that's really sharp. I think Lily is, from a personality perspective, really fun, and I love her tie to the Raiders. It's going to be a great trouble to throw y'all's way. I can't wait for that. So this is neat. I can't wait. I'm so excited that we get to do 4 more sessions, 5 total sessions, 4 more sessions of this. This is going to be great. So I'll go ahead and stop the recording here. Thank you all for playing.